What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Hopefully, everybody's doing good, staying motivated, hydrated, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna finish out this scenario here that I got going. I just realized I probably haven't streamed in a long time, probably like a week. It's just life, trying to get a job, applying for a crap ton of jobs. I'll tell you, it is freaking hard out there, especially in the technology industry. I saw something that I haven't seen or heard of since the 90s. Uh, so even Apple, who, is a $2 trillion company, the most valuable company in the history of mankind, literally, has started not big ones, but small layoffs. Yeah. Even Apple has done some layoffs. Not a big one. I think, yeah, 1 minute 33. This is the right scenario. Not big ones. Basically, just like one or two positions. But they laid off people, so the economy's stuff is bad when even Apple, who has record profit quarter after quarter, even in the pandemic, record breaking profits, um, has to do layoffs. So it is what it is. But yeah, you know, let's see how this all goes here. I only got 1 minute and 33 seconds. I think I got some guys out, right? Like I actually had like a couple of squads and they just disappeared when they were near here. I had them going. I was going to have them go into this house and then lay down fire or at least, an overwatch, but as soon as they got into here, they just disappeared. So I got some troops out. So anyway, I'm going to move my setup into my son's room because that's pretty much where I sleep every night. Um, yes, I know, and you guys might be like, "Why are you sleeping in your son's room?" Well, oh man, this guy's broken. Seriously? It's my son. We haven't weaned him off, not sleeping in the same room. And I know, like, I've talked to people, and they're like, "Dude, you gotta like, just let him cry it out." And I'm like, "I know, but it's my firstborn. He has a special place in my heart." I'll tell you, when I first saw my son, oh man, even thinking about it today was just, it was just like, it was just amazing. It was just quite an experience. Believe it or not, it changed my life. I was not at a good point in my life at that point. Like, uh, I had I would nip a lot. you know, would have quite a few nips, as Sergeant Buster used to say. Yeah, I could do for a nip. So but after that, lots changed. I realized I couldn't, go to the bar at night, or if I had too much to drinks, sleep it off in the car. Can't do that stuff when you're a dad. So I think I'm gonna win, right? Because like, yeah, see, these guys are going through. I wonder how many guys need to be actually. Let me actually move you guys here. I didn't. I should have checked the victory conditions to see like it has to be a certain amount of guys or one or two guys. Ah, are you kidding me? Parameters. So wait. So the targets were enemy casualties. I got enough of those. Parameters. What were the parameters again? And then this part. Oh, I needed these two parts. Nicoline. So I needed this part right here. You know, if I restart the scenario, I could probably take that. This little house here, I could definitely take that. That should, right? Do it. And then Nicoline, and then this too. I think let me redo this scenario. Not the whole scenario, just this last whatever thing. Oh no. Oh, it's loading the next one. Ooh, that's pretty good. I like that. So I don't actually have to beat that scenario to play the next scenario. I like that. Anyway, so I'm gonna move my computer to that room. It's a standing desk, so you'll be seeing a different background. But yeah, finding jobs, man, now is hard, dude. It's like I'm applying for pretty much every single tech job that I can see, even like lower salary than I had before, and it's ridiculous. I'm gonna try to run and gun. I don't think there's anybody there. And then the only problem here is this is not taken, right? Oh crap. So everybody's KIA or jeez, look how bad that is. That's fracked, man. Do me a favor, go full target. Target heavy. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go! Alright. Clear fire. Alright, so I got that building. So this should... You guys are taking too long. You got the building, good. Alright, we should be good to go, I think. 37 seconds. See if I can get a lot more guys here. I don't think that's part of the objectives, but just in case. Go, go, go. Tomorrow is a good day because tomorrow is game one, Knicks versus Cavs. So it's going to be a good game. Knicks are going to win. Kick the crap out of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Minor defeat. At least minor defeat's better than... All right, so let's look at the casualties. 216 men were deployed on the ground, right? Which is a lot. They had 70 men. I lost 65. I lost 2 times. Jeez, about 2 times casualties. But pretty much all their men are KIA or just gone. Like, wait, hold on. All right, my bad. Okay, I see what it is. You have to combine all these. My bad. All right, so I had around 300 and something men. They had what, 150, 160 men. Yeah, so not bad, not bad. All the Germans here are killed. Let's see what they had left. They had a couple of Germans here on this big AT gun. That's a German there. They had a few Germans there. They had this fracker here that would have fracked me up a few times. Nobody there, so that would have been an easy get. Oh man, look how bad this would have been if I... Look how bad this would have been. I knew there was a lot here. That's why I was going slow. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. So had I pushed harder here, the only problem is like, you really can't, like, the best you can do is set up fire on these people from down here, like there is no position here that I can overlook this field. I could probably have went around this way, but even then, right? Look, nah, it would have been even impossible because they could have just moved this gun to this side and just so they just buzzed that field. So it is what it is. But dang it. All right, let's see what's the next. Yeah, you can do 4. One player is fine. All right. Then the road to Nijmegen. After nearly 2 months of bitter fighting the hedgerows of Normandy, the breakout from the bridgehead was so dramatically successful that Allies were now advancing ahead of their pre-D-Day forecast. German collapse was so complete that they were falling back faster than the Allies could advance. With the success that came the problem of supplying the spearheads, and the two allied armies, one on the Montgomery and the other on the Patton, argued the case for prioritizing their respective forces. I don't know why they chose Montgomery. I know Patton was, some people would say a hothead, but you go with the hothead because, you punch, you can't hesitate. Montgomery was a person that, whenever I think of him, I think of hesitation, of, I don't know. He doesn't have the attack kind of role that Patton had. Patton was just like attack, and he was kind of like a Stonewall Jackson. When you punch the enemy and then you got them on their heels, you keep punching them. You know, I feel like Montgomery was like, all right, let's go. Whoa, hold on, let's go. All right, hold on. Kind of thing. With the Dutch resistance informed their allies that the Germans were in a state of panic, Montgomery devised a bold new operation to take full advantage of the panic and seize a bridge across the Rhine, bringing the war to the end before Christmas. It was such a bold concept and its prize so enticing that the Allied High Command decided to endorse Montgomery's plan, known as Operation Market-Garden. His operation had 2 phases: Market and then Garden. Karpov airborne troops. Garden would see British armored forces drive up a single highway. Yeah, schedule. We all know this. All right. 3 Allied formations through the first 5 crucial days of Mark Garden. 82nd. Irish Guards. 82nd would drop south of Nijmegen and secure a number of bridges across the canal. If left in control of the feature to them, it would follow the task of vital rail across the mass river of Nijmegen. Germans would have more than just old men and cripples to fight the Allies. Yeah, the map is broken. She asked me why am I buying a map because the map is broken. On British airborne forces was successfully. Oh, the British airborne force would quickly run into the remnants of 2 SS armor divisions refitting near Arnhem. It's not good. If you lose 2 consecutive missions, you will start playing the X versions of all the following missions. X versions have a 3-hour time limit when allies are the attackers. Missions where the AI is attacking have the normal time limits. Further, your units will be resupplied and rested in full. Okay. Jeez, there's a lot here. All missions designed by Paper Tiger. Alright, so this is the mission. It's going to be Grafwagen. Destroy enemy forces and deny the enemy control of vital objectives from where enemy forces can threaten follow-on forces. Alright, so I need to occupy a farm. Three two farms, the north and south of one. Destroy enemy forces. Deny control of farm to the enemy. Jeez. Lots of farms. Number of friendly, casual, influential. Oh, crap. You have 1 hour and 10 minutes. I have Alpha Company of the first of the 505. Assembled on the outskirts of the village of Grafwagen. Attached to the company is a forward observer team. Jeez. Both the first and second platoons have an MMG from the battalion's headquarters. Good. I like that. Battalion minerals become available to you soon after our mission starts. On decent Paris from the first came under fire from German forces. Alright. Let's see how this works. So I gotta get the farms. Ooh, this is a big map. Okay, I gotta deny them access to that farm, and I need those farms. Whew. I'm assuming I already have that farm. So I'm assuming the Germans are defending, right? Let me check the briefing one more time before I do something stupid, right? Plan. Allocate forces to neutralize German forces in the vicinity of Stahlwolf Farm. Okay. So they're gonna be in the Stahlwart Farm. Alright. Right in the open. That's always a beautiful thing to have. Alright, let's get down and dirty, boys. Let's look at how everything is. Alright, so we got some cover here. A nice stone wall. Always build a stone wall. You have a farm, build a stone wall. It'll help in the future. Right? Yeah, so this should be good. I can actually have some forces go here, cross over. This might be a kill box here because they'll probably have no, that's good cover. They might have a machine gunner here. That's what I would do. Control this field, but I can come around the flank and then come this way. So that's what I'll do. And then I'll attribute one platoon, so half. Ooh. So what? That's one. That's two. All right, I have 3 platoons. So definitely one platoon is going to go to the right. The only thing I'm concerned about is, like, this is kind of nuts. This is all open ground. It's a frackin' not good. Like, this is not good. Even if I get up to here, right? They could have forces here and they just, you know, that's just not good. No, no. So we're gonna have to think of another way to get these, and I have an hour to get them. But dang, man, the Dutch countryside. I know they like are into food and farms and all that. That's cool, but dang, man, build some walls. Come on, man. Look at this. It's just it's not gonna be good, and I don't have like. This is not good, man. Even if I come up here and I take this position, right? Right. This is just like a little grass field, right? Check this out, right? I come up here, I could put forces in this hedgerow and just lay down fire, pin me down. I can come this way. This will be good, actually. This is not too bad. They could throw some fire from here. Yeah, this will be bad. And then I can come up this way. I can come up from the right. That's what I could do. And then maybe come up this way. Yeah. So I'm going to send 2 platoons to the right. So I'm going to send these 2 platoons. Second and third are going to go. Oh, whoa, damn. Oh, excuse me. You know, one thing I wish you could do is select multiple units. Oh, you can? Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like it. Does that work? I don't think so. Oh, that does work, but it doesn't work the way I want it to. Yeah, no. All right. For the weight of us. So one thing I'm hoping by moving the computer in the other room is hopefully I can do like a stream like around 10 or 11 o'clock. Um, I'm gonna have to be quiet because my son will be sleeping, but so I can get some more gaming time. I play a lot on my Steam Deck because it's like portable. I can watch the kids downstairs. I play a lot on my Steam Deck. Like I'm at like I play a lot of NBA 2K. Let's do it. Should I do quick? Yeah, let's do quick. Did you guys hear about the thing that happened with the government, the intelligence leak from the U.S.? If you haven't, go check the papers. It's bad. Getting the kids some stuff that has vegetables. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So it's a member of the Massachusetts Air National Guard, and I was listening to Times Radio. It's a YouTube channel, and they were talking about like the anchor was saying something like, let me check the keep forgetting to check the chat. Okay. Yeah, so they were the anchor was talking about is like this is not a U.S. Airman. This is not a person in the U.S. Air Force. He's just a Massachusetts Air National Guard member. I'm like, you know, before you kind of insult somebody that's in the military, maybe do some research and you know like she's like putting down the Massachusetts Air National Guard, right? And if you're not familiar with what the Air Army National Guard is and how they play a role in the U.S. military, they are more relied upon than the U.S. Army Reserve or the U.S. Air Force Reserve, right? They are combat elements of the U.S. military. So when you have like Texas Army National Guard or New York Air National Guard, right? They serve a dual purpose. They serve a state role for disaster relief, disaster recovery, search and rescue operations, maintaining the military bases, armories, things like that. And then the other role is the federal role, right? So the war in Iraq, the war in Afghanistan, anything that requires a U.S. military presence overseas, the U.S. National Guard has to be used. The U.S. active duty forces do not have the bodies to deploy to these zones for long periods of time, right? That's why the New York Army National Guard, the Texas Army National Guard, the California Army National Guard, all of these Army National Guards were used heavily, right? And they are the same soldiers. It's not like they go to a different boot camp. If you go 11 Bravo in the New York Army National Guard, you are going to Fort what is the one in Georgia? What the heck is that? Man, my memory is getting worse. Not Relaxing Jackson, but gosh, I can't. It's a bloody fort where you do OSUT. I forgot the name of it, but it's the big. It's one of the most important bases in the U.S. Army. It's where they train 11 Bravos, right? Combat infantry, right? So when you go to basic training, right? You're going in with active duty Army. Um, you're not going with U.S. Army Reserve. U.S. Army Reserve does not have any combat element troops or units in there. You're not going to run into 11 of Bravo that's in the U.S. Army Reserve, or um, any combat troops or combat role troops in U.S. Air National Guard or U.S. Air Force in the U.S. Air Force Reserve. So the U.S. Army Reserve and U.S. Air Force Reserve, they're composed of units that are support elements. So, like, we're talking medical, we're talking legal, we're talking supply. Don't get me wrong, those are very important jobs in the military. 9 out of 10 jobs in the military, for every one soldier you put out in the field, you need 9 soldiers to support to make sure that soldier or that airman is in the field. So, it's vital, right? But the Army National Guard, right, and Air National Guard have the planes, actually have fighter planes, have bomber planes. They have infantry. They actually have special forces in the Army National Guard. They're Green Berets. They go through the same school, same certification process as U.S. Army soldiers. You would not, if you put an Army National Guard soldier or Air National Guard right next to Army or Air Force, you will not be able to tell the difference. You will not. It's the same ranks, same cover, same uniform. If same cat card, like I think it will say Army Guard on it, right? And then the other one will say Active Army, right? That's the only difference in the cat card, I believe. But everything else is the same. Like everything is the same. So like when I hear like of reporters saying, "Oh, like oh he was just a Massachusetts Air National Guard," I'm like, do you realize what Air National Guard and Army National Guard do? Are you that stupid? Like, don't insult troops that are a a big part of the U.S. military. So like it got me upset when I heard that. I was just like, I wrote a comment too on that video. I was like, maybe do some research before you like, he wasn't really a U.S. military, federal. I'm like, yeah, he was. And don't get me wrong, I'm not at all like, I just don't like when people insult Air National Guard, Army National Guard. Um, he was either Title 10 or Title 32, right? What the frack? How did I get a casualty already? Oh shit. Son of a gun, man. I'm already taking fire. I didn't think that I was going to take fire this close. But yeah, it just pisses me off that, you had a report that like put down the Air National Guard. You could put down that Air National Guardsman, the one that did that shady stuff all day long. Um, that kid screwed up his life. He's 21 years old. He screwed up his life to be like, hey, look at the access that I have. You just ruined your entire life. And not like you ruined it like you're not going to get a good job in the future. You're not going to see the light of day for, what was his name? The Attorney General was on CNN. The previous Attorney General, the one under Bush and Trump, Barr, right? And he was saying chances are he was going to get 40 or 50 years. He was saying that the airman's going to get more than 30 years, significantly more, I believe he said. So we're 40 to 50 years of his life. So when he gets out, he's going to be 60 or 70 years old. Means no family, no kids, nothing. He's going to end up his entire life just used useless. Like his entire life is just going to be it's going to be just nothing, because he wanted to be like, hey, look at the reports that I have access to. Not thinking like, hey, if I release this, I'm putting not only the US credibility, damaging US credibility with allies and other nations, but you're risking the lives of other soldiers, Ukrainian soldiers, American assets. Like, it just shocking, to be honest. Like it's that's I don't know. They this attorney general was talking about how like they shouldn't. Oh crap. Yeah, the attorney general was talking about how like it's so easy to get what do you call it secret or top secret clearance. Uh, I believe the biggest thing when I was going for what do you call it? When I was going for I had to get like secret clearance or something like that. You can't have over a certain amount of debt, right? That is like if you have a certain amount of debt over. I remember my recruiter was saying like she had a certain amount of debt, and then because of that debt, she couldn't get a certain type of security clearance. Um, but it's just kind of crazy that this. It's just kind of crazy that he giving them a bath or a shower. Um, but I don't know. Just it's just kind of crazy that this kid did what he did, and I don't know. Maybe they should reevaluate the age that they give security clearances to. I mean, I don't know what his rank was. He was 21, so I can't imagine anything more than an E4, right? Maybe E5 if he was gung ho kind of thing. But he doesn't sound like gung ho kind of person to me. He sounds like over Discord, man. Like, oh crap, shit, taking fire already. Get down. Hi. All right, I'm gonna have to end the game, guys. Just put her over here, cause um I gotta help with the kids. But yeah, I mean, just kind of finishing up. I'll probably continue the stream later on tonight. But yeah, it's just for somebody that could have had a long military career, became a E8, E9, or officer or whatever, have a long military career, um, family, a great life, just because he wanted to show how important he was or what access he had to, just ruined everything in his entire life. Kid's gonna come out of prison when he's 60 or 70 years old with nothing to show for his life besides this mistake. Anyway, uh I think I saved it already. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'm definitely going to push on this what do you call it, on this next in this scenario here. I'm gonna really push like I didn't push before in the previous scenario because I'm not gonna take another defeat. I know it's a minor defeat, but oh jeez. All right. Oh, have a good one.